You are about to experience a segment from a PBS television show about network spinal analysis.
What path might you take in your quest for health that encompasses mind, body, and spirit? On today's Healing Quest, we have some inspiring stories. We'll experience a new technique designed to turn physical tension into fuel for healing.
The healer's hands dance around the head, caress the neck, flutter down the spine. The patient may be quiet, still, or erupt in a primal groan of release.
What can happen is your body can take the tension that has happened from life events and it can use it as fuel for the healing. So that which has hurt you can become your medicine, literally, in the healing process.
Donald Epstein began his career as a chiropractor, but he's not demonstrating any conventional form of that healing art. Instead, he's showing a new way to summon the body's own healing powers through subtle manipulation of the spine. He calls it Network Spinal Analysis, or NSA.
It's not just being free from pain makes the day, it's that I actually feel good, that I'm getting more and more of a sense of well-being throughout my entire body, not just symptomatic of my back.
Jim Woodham's back was severely injured when 2 trucks hit his car in 1981. 2 decades of morphine, medications, and surgery still hadn't restored him to normal life. And then he met Richard Kay.
While he was adjusting me on the table, I would start to feel almost a phantom-like feeling within my legs, as if my legs were moving. You know, clearly they weren't. And he indicated to me that that is part of the the networking that's connecting between my brain and the base of my spine.
Woodham's was discovering a key difference between traditional chiropractic and network spinal analysis. Both recognize the spinal cord as the focal point of a healthy nervous system and overall wellness. But NSA specialists begin with a process called entrainment that probes the patient for spinal gateways to the nervous system. Then they follow a sequence of gentle touches of the spine aimed at enhancing overall wellness, not just curing a pain or symptom. The goal is to harness the body's tension and use it as fuel for healing. At the Quantum Healing Center in San Diego, California, NSA is a regular part of life for 4-year-old Jackie Domi and her sisters. One of the goals here is to stimulate something unique to NSA, a series of healing waves.
That waveform occurs spontaneously through the nervous system. And it doesn't make a difference the age of the person, whether it's neonatal or 90 years old. It'll happen. And that's what you see. It's an organic function.
Something else unique to NSA is the softness of the practitioner's touch and the youthfulness of some of the clients.
The nice thing about this work is that it is so gentle, is that you can do it on a newborn or on someone who's fragile.
Unlike Jim Woodham's, these children aren't recovering from injury. Their mother, also an NSA specialist, is hoping weekly treatments will help them live healthier lives.
How different can adults be if as children they discover the real interconnection of peace, ease, and the ability to self-regulate tension?
I feel like I'm tired.
Donald Epstein says NSA already has more than 380 practitioners in the United States alone.
It's so wonderful that people have this option of not being told what to do, but the brain becoming more efficient and do what it knows how to do, not what the culture tells you to do, not what your stresses tell you to do, but what the body wisdom tells you to do.
His technique has attracted the attention of researchers like Dr. Robert Blanks, professor of anatomy and neurobiology at the University of California, Irvine. He studied more than 2,000 NSA patients and found that 76% of them reported improvements in their physical and emotional health.
People under network spinal analysis care, any length of time beginning of minimum of 2 months, report changes in health, wellness, and quality of life, which are significant. And the changes begin as early as about 1 month of care and show no upper limit while they're under care. There may not be an upper limit. I would hope that the people watching would go back and give a little more credibility, or at least openness, to the potential of treating health as indeed a partnership, where they, as the individual, should be in partner with their practitioner to help develop this healthy status that we call health. The change that we see most often in people under network spinal analysis is actually a very broad range, beginning initially with the resolution of symptoms. They feel more flexible, more adaptable, fewer headaches. They report other changes in the endocrine system, such as less menstrual discomfort. A lot of women under care, as I mentioned, headaches was a big issue. These were not the intent of the study, but this is clearly issues that resolved very, very quickly. Following that, we found a number of changes which you could define as mental and emotional. They had a great fewer fears and fatigue, less depression, indicators of a loss of sense of stability in their life. These all improved as a function of network spinal analysis. Finally, we found changes which would indicate changes in kind of a social domain and also spiritual domains. That is, they reported a greater sense of listening to an inner voice, connectedness with others, which gives us a great sense of how people reach out and embrace the spiritual and social domains of health.
For Jim Woodhams, NSA has meant more than just getting off the pain medications.
To be free from that whole regime of healing from everything outside going into your body, now it's the other way around. I can actually feel the healing process take place from within, and that's the best of all.
For Donald Epstein, NSA means opening a gateway to a lifetime of physical ease.
At first you get to play a musical piece, then over your lifetime you'll learn to become masters. So I want to give a tool for people to become masters of the physical vehicle and its connection to the world.